wonderful WrestleRoni for me and for you, where we spotlight the finest in West Virginia independent wrestling. It's a shame, I hate to do it, but our guest tonight is El Grego somewhere. I swear he was there. Oh boy. Welcome,
What's
asshole.
up, you virgin cuck?
What?
You're a pussy fart.
Okay. You're going to have to enunciate. You're going to have to speak up because you're behind a mask and I'm running a professional podcast.
Hey, do you understand how hot this thing is?
I don't.
It's very hard.
Are you?
Oh, sometimes, but never for you, like everyone else on Earth.
Well, yeah, me and you have a history. We'll get into that. But I tell you, Grego, it ain't just me and you today, Bubby. I knew you were going to be a problem. So I figured I would bring in another West Virginia independent wrestling expert, and I'm going to bring him on the call in just a moment. I'm sure you're very familiar with Professor Bear Society, and that's who I'm going to bring on the show today. What do you think about that?
I think you eat corn the long way.
That has nothing to do with anything on this
podcast. It has a lot to do with a lot of things.
We're going to talk about all the latest happenings in West Virginia independent wrestling, everything that's been going on. So I hope you're ready, Grego. And of course, we'll talk about you a little bit, I suppose. Professor Bear Society, thank you for joining us, sir. There he is, Grego. Professor Bear Society's joined us. Professor Bear Society, meet El Grego. He's a scumbag, but he's our guest tonight.
What's going on?
I take offense to the term scumbag, but, you know, you've never been known to be one with an IQ, Spooky Lou.
That's fair.
You inbred hick.
Fair enough. Professor Bear Society, how's things in old Tennessee today?
Man, it's going well. All about business today, being at it.
Hell yeah, good to hear. Hustling and bustling. I love it. Me and Grego, we got a little bit of a history. If you're a fan of the channel, you know me and Grego's got some beef. He cut my hair last year. Listen to this. He showed up on my birthday at my birthday show, trying to ruin my birthday show last year.
Dude, how would I know it's your birthday? You don't matter in this lifetime.
Well, it was my birthday extravaganza, and Frat Daddy messed you up.
That doesn't count. Frat Daddy had it in for me for some reason. I think he knows I party harder than him, so.
While we're on the subject, Frat Daddy recently returned again, Fairmont State. What's our thoughts on that? Frat Daddy back in RSW yet again.
He should have stayed retired.
That's fair. What are you seeing happening in West Virginia there, Professor? You like what you're seeing?
Oh, yeah. I'm always a true believer. If wrestling is going on, the world is doing all right.
That's a good way to look at it. But it can't all be peaches and cream. It can't all be, everything has its downside, and unfortunately, El Grego is the downside to independent wrestling right now. He's dragging us all down with him. But he's our guest.
The only thing I'm dragging is my balls across your forehead, Spooky, so you better calm it down, boy.
Now, Grego, we have a guest this evening. We're going to try to behave ourselves. And that's kind of how this whole deal started, isn't it? It was who could teabag the other first. And you got me. You hit me between the legs and you cut my hair. And here we are almost a year later still at it. How do you recommend we settle this beef, Professor?
I mean, most beefs that are finished end up in a cage match. I'm just saying.
Well, I'll let it be known. I'm the first to say I am not a trained professional. So I don't know. I've sent a few guys at him. They've kicked his butt. He keeps coming back. Recently, he was in there with the great Whiz Can. Everybody loves Drew the Whiz Can. Grego, what can you tell me about that match?
He hits like a bitch. I don't know what you want me to tell you. He's a goddamn Whiz Can. Like, who dresses like a Whiz Can?
I don't know.
Like, what even is that?
I don't know.
Like, usually there's like 4 other guys with him. I got confused. I was disoriented. However you say that damn word in English language sucks.
It's disorientation.
I couldn't. Shut up, Spooky. You don't know either.
I don't. I
but
tried.
I thought I was having to fight 3 other guys with him, so I was confused. My brain wasn't on it. I had to take a mental health day, but the higher powers at RSW were like, no, 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 we need you. But I wasn't in the right state of mind. My OCD was flaring up, dog, and I
So,
had to wrestle some inanimate object. That's bullshit.
but it was way easier than you thought it was going to be. You thought there was going to be a bunch of other guys. There was only one guy.
No, like when you're ready and prepared for something specific, you get it. It doesn't work that way. So how would you know? You've never wrestled.
That's true. Thanks.
How would you know?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Okay.
What's your in-ring career look like, huh?
It looks like
Yeah,
it looks like every time I make the mistake of stepping in that ring, either you or Lane Callie kicks my ass.
that's my favorite wrestler. You
What?
respect that man.
Oh my
Layton
God.
Callie is my favorite wrestler.
Wow. Thanks a
He has
lot,
the good
Professor.
sense to kick you in the dick.
Are you familiar with Lane Callie, this character?
Uh, no, I'm not.
Oh, that's good. Good. The less you know, the better. That's good. Good to hear.
He is the greatest up and coming wrestler to date right now.
I'll tell you who's the greatest. Let's talk about that. I'm glad that's a perfect segue, Grego. Let's talk about Anthony Rucker winning the PWL championship last weekend in War. I'm excited. He's the new PWL champion. It was a shock to everybody. Wasn't even supposed to be on the card. Professor, what do you think about this? Anthony Rucker, still in his rookie year, has the RSW Tag Team Championship, now the PWL Heavyweight Championship. What do you think about that?
I think that's amazing, and I think that that sounds like the wrestler of the week to me.
Wrestler of the Week. There you go. Anthony Rucker just got it for Wrestler of the Week. What do you ever get, El Grego?
Anthony Rucker is wrestler of the weak bones. That is a punk little bitch. He paints his nails. Who does that as a grown man? Okay?
It's
Fucking pussy.
2024, baby. Anything goes. Be yourself.
Look, he hasn't been in this illustrious business long enough to even be looking at a title. The only reason he has it is because I had a cold and couldn't make it down to PWL.
Oh, you're telling me you're ducking PWL bookings. They actually want to book El Grego.
Everybody wants to book El Grego.
Where's your next appearance, El Grego? What's your next match?
You know I have a stub toe.
Okay.
We talked about this. You weren't supposed to bring up my booking situation.
Well, anything goes on
Let's
the
start.
Roni, as anybody knows, anybody that watches the show, we get a little crazy.
Jesus.
And then it's crickets.
You see how he's treating me, Doc?
I brought in the professor because I knew you were going to be a handful this evening. But we're going to do what we do. We're going to cover West Virginia wrestling at its finest. We're going to talk about upcoming shows, what's been going on. We're still going to maintain El Grego.
I heard literally nothing you just said.
That's fine. That's fine. That's kind of how things work around here. All right, fine.
Why don't you get some fucking Wi-Fi, you inbred bastard?
I'm bootlegging it from the neighbors.
Some
They got a game
Ethernet.
console running. They're watching their Netflix. You know, we're having to share.
You know nobody in your neighborhood can afford Netflix.
Well, we share
That-
a password.
Well,
We all,
to be fair, that shit's expensive now.
that is fair.
I can't even disagree with you. That is expensive.
Fuck Netflix.
Hashtag fuck Netflix. Cancel your subscription.
Yeah, fuck Netflix.
All right, fair enough. I tell you what, since we're still early in the show, before we get too much into El Grego's career, unfortunately, let's talk a little business. Let's make Tim Cross a few dollars. Let's talk about the upcoming Mannington show. Let's make some picks for Forks of the Bar. What the hell are we calling it? The Forks of the Barbecue. I'll bring it up and I'll know the exact name.
Don't even know the damn name of the show, you piece of
Forks
crap.
of the Buffalo 24, baby. I knew what it was. I seen if you knew what it was. We got Ashton Day, Vance Desmond, Internet Openweight Championship. I'll start with the professor. Who you liking this one?
I'm honestly, I'm gonna go with the first one.
Ashton Day, hell of a pick. Hell of a pick. He's been killing it in NWA. Everywhere he goes. Ohio, anywhere he goes. That's a good pick. What do you think, Grego?
Well, here's the thing. Ashton Day is a very pretty man, and I respect that. But the thing is, I've seen Vince Desmond murder fuck Anthony Rucker. So I have to say, I'm going to go with that man because who doesn't get a stiffy seeing Anthony Rucker get his cheeks clapped?
That's true. That's true. Everybody be sitting down during Anthony Rucker's matches, pillows on their lap.
Shut
I
up,
understand.
whore. Sorry, somebody's talking.
Real professional.
Continue.
Real professional. All right, I'm going to pick Vance as well because Vance is just unstoppable right now. Let's switch it up. Colt Johnson. I'm not real familiar with old Colt. He works a lot of the Parma shows, but he's facing the guy.
Are these okay, Spooky?
Do what?
So is this okay on the podcast,
I don't
or
care what you do as long as you
or are you
make
a fucking
picks, El
square?
Grego. You're embarrassing me
Okay,
in front
well.
of my new friend, but that's okay. Colt,
Spooky, you don't have friends.
that's true too. I'm learning. Now,
Dude, you couldn't even get a hooker if you had $1,000.
you know, that's a good point, man. I thought I had a friend come back to RSW. Now they're not my friend again. That's a whole nother podcast and all on its own. The guy like Matt Taylor, Colt Johnson. Who you got, El Grego?
I kind of like Colt. Young, hungry. But Matt Taylor is also a very good performer.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, where's the El Grego match? Actually.
You said you stubbed your toe.
Shut up, Spooky.
Well, hey,
Don't
man.
use me against me. That's an unfair battle. I'm unbeatable.
It's long-term storytelling, long-term booking, baby.
You wouldn't know nothing about it.
Professor, I'll ask you your pick. I'm not sure if you're familiar with these cats, but Colt Johnson, everybody knows Matt Taylor, the guiding light. Who you like in this one?
Matt Taylor.
Definitely. Good choice. Good choice. We got a fire-ass four-way this Saturday. We got Polly Kilpis, Gen Z,
El Grego.
Tyler Jacks, not El Grego, and RJ Jonesy. I'll start with you, Grego. Who do you like? Because you're not in the match.
Who is in it again?
Polly Kilpis, one half of Mount Kilpis. We got Gen Z, piece of shit. Tyler Jacks.
Wait. Gen Z's the guy who beat up Rucker, right?
And blindsided being Mononga and stomped the living daylights out of me.
You know, actually, that good Gen Z kid sounds like an amazing talent. 5-star classics on the Mozart scale. I feel like he has this all day. Sounds like he does great things.
I didn't even go over the other two with you, though. Tyler Jacks
And fuck
RJ.
him.
Fuck him. Who you thinking, Professor? We got Kilpis, Gen Z, Tyler Jackson, RJ Jonesy.
RJ.
RJ Jonesy. Good pick. Good pick. Cody Gray and King Brasa are both making their RSW debuts. I'm very curious to see both of these men in action. I'm not familiar with either one. I don't know. What's your thoughts on this one, guys? I'll start with you, Professor.
What's their names again?
I might be saying it wrong. K-O-T-Y, Cody Gray, and King Brasa.
Man, anybody who takes the moniker of a king, I always have to roll with them because it takes a lot to crown yourself a king, and you always have to defend your kingdom. So,
okay, fair enough. Grego, what are you thinking? That toe doesn't look too stubbed now. Working
Shut
perfectly.
Up, I think I disagree with Professor on this one because the only king in professional wrestling is El Grego. So that guy can get fucked.
So you're
I hope he loses in 30 seconds.
You're better than King Harley Race, Jerry the King Lawler, Jimmy King even.
That's what Meltzer says. That is what Meltzer says.
That's true. Okay. Fair enough. Lexus Sin and Colby Max in women's action. I'll pick Colby Max. Who you got, Grego?
Fuck Colby Max.
Damn.
She wasn't even supposed to be in that match against me. It was a challenge.
Oh, yeah.
And I was thrown off. because I do not fight women because I am not a woman beater. But no, they're like, oh, we're just going to send her in. And in the good grace of my heart, I laid down for her like a true gentleman because I believe in chivalry.
I'm
So
uh-huh.
I hope Lexus Sin kicks her head off and hits a beautiful feed goal.
Really. So,
Yes, really. Yeah.
I'm glad we brought up old Colby Max because that slipped my mind because you lose so often. I forgot Colby Max did kick your ass in Parkersburg earlier this year. You lost to a female.
What's wrong with losing to women, you sexist prick? Some women are very strong.
She is very strong, very talented, obviously stronger and talented than you.
You hear this, Professor? He hates women. I'll have you know, my mother was a woman.
Well,
I would hope so.
Professor, who do you like in this one? We got Lexus Sin out of Pittsburgh doing big things. Colby Max been doing things on the scene for quite a while now. Recently, just went up and won the XVW Vixens Championship. Who you liking in this one?
Kobe Max.
Good pick. Good pick.
Terrible pick.
Now I would say this,
Uh-huh.
and generally I don't normally put this out,
Mhm.
but this is true. This is how I feel about it.
Please do.
When women are women, you don't put your hands on them. But when a woman oversteps her bounds and puts her hands on you, then that just lets you know she's out of pocket.
You gotta
And
smack a bitch.
now I wouldn't say that. I would probably say you might have to put her in the figure four and let her know who's boss and keep moving.
Oh, I mean, if it's a professional wrestling match, if we've got a sanctioned match and a female knows she's getting in there with a male, then equal rights,
Look,
equal fights, baby.
Man.
as the great El Grego has said on many a times,
Uh-huh.
pimping ain't easy, so I pop that ring on and smack a hoe.
You never pimp shit.
You
Wait,
don't know my life. The
wait a minute.
streets were rough for El Grego, dog.
My question, you pimped the hoe, but she beat you. How does that work?
That was a tough hoe, my friend.
Oh well, hey, as long as you are truthful with it, I can't even argue with you.
He's not truthful. Don't trust the word he's saying. We only got a few more matches. We'll get through this. Dominic Dallas Star coming back from Texas against Theo Strong. What about what he just did at Fairmont State this past weekend to Dustin Alexander, the most hated man in RSW? El Grego, what do you think?
What he did was beautiful.
Talk about hitting a woman for
Amazing.
no reason.
No reason.
No
She
reason.
always be interfering in matches, dog.
She was celebrating with her husband.
I don't know. I feel like she was doing a little extra, and Theo, like the good man he is, had her knock her down a peg. You know what I'm saying?
His actions were justified.
Just 100%.
Wow.
We just had this conversation.
Professor, I'm sure you said the complete match isn't out yet, but the clips are all over Facebook. They're in the ring celebrating. Theo and Dustin just won as a tag team. Theo Strong goes and spine busters Dustin's wife. What do you think of this scenario?
Nobody can put their hands on my wife without getting payback. So, no matter what my wife does to me, that's my business. When you put your hands on my wife, that's our business. And you don't I always say you really don't want to see a bear when he's focused.
Okay. Makes sense.
I think he wanted it to happen personally.
You think he wanted it to happen?
I think he's into that kind of thing.
Hey, I'm not going to speculate. I tell you what I'm excited for, El Grego, Professor. If I'm excited for any match, it's got to be the reunited Saturday Night Special. Brand new VCW Tag Team Champions, by the way. Taking on New Sin, Womp Womp, Lane Cali, Tyler Ross.
New Sin.
Piece of shit. All right, sounds like you got a lot to say about this, Grego. Have at it.
Well, all I can say about SNS, I don't know Mr. Twist Off too much, but I do know DD Vice is scared of old El Grego.
Okay.
But New Sin is the best up and coming tag team in the division because they have the great Lane Callie in the super talented Tyler Rossfield. And I feel like they have the tools to take on SNS and whoop their candy asses.
Wow.
Because, as Jesus always says, stand with Lane Callie.
Jesus never said that. What Bible are you reading? The King Lane Cali version?
I mean, yeah, if you want to promote it, we can do that. But like,
Does he have his own? I wouldn't put it past him. Professor, who you liking in this one? We got Saturday Night Special and New Sin.
When a team gets back together, they have a purpose for reuniting, and they got the tag straps. Yeah, that's who I'm gonna roll with.
Good pick. Good pick. Saturday Night Special back in RSW. Tell you who else is coming back, El Grego. Misery Inc.'s heading back. And you know what? These guys aren't too popular with the fans, but they won me over. I got to admit, they won me over. And they're taking on RSW Tag Team Champions, Air Star, Anthony Rucker, Air Duzan. Get it together. Whoa, what are you doing? You puking or
sorry,
shitting?
I'm just. It's disgusting that you'd even mention Airstar to me.
Why?
Pieces of garbage.
Why?
Disgusting. You
Can you
should have
find
seen what
those?
Anthony Rucker did with those titles.
I've seen the pictures.
Ugh. Ugh.
I've seen some
You
photos.
should see how dirty his house is last time I was here. Awful.
Yeah,
And
and
Duzin, he sucks.
that's kind of what
That
led.
guy, I hate his guts.
So you're pulling for Misery
I
Inc.
wrestle him 3 times and he always punches me. Don't you know close fists are illegal in professional wrestling? He cheated every time we fought.
You know, he has been kind of breaking the rules here and there.
Cheating bastard.
You should see how he acts up in
Misery Inc.
PWL when he gets away from his family and fans and shit. Then he gets real crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw you defending his little ass on fucking
Facebook,
Facebook. Can't think. You piece of crap.
it's my boy.
Yeah. It's okay when it's your boy who's cheating, but you give everybody else shit for it. You biased prick.
Damn right. I'm glad we understand each other. Super biased. You suck. I will make sure you never win a championship in RSW. Anthony Rucker, good kid. Air Duzan, great kid. I'm picking Airstar to retain. Professor, who you got?
I got Misery Inc. Cause fuck them
Are you
jabronis.
Professor? You're dickhead. Professor's down at
Hey,
the bottom.
fuck you.
You're a piece of shit. I'm gonna
Professor,
watch.
what are your thoughts on this?
Uh, I go back to wrestling back when I grew up, and one of the main things I always heard and remember: if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
There you go.
So I think I'm gonna go with the stars on this one.
There you go. Hell yeah. Good. Smart man. Wise man.
Ugh, pooped in my mouth.
Talking about if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Logan Taylor, who I've been the first to say does not need to cheat, does not need to do all the crazy stuff he's doing to win titles, to retain his title, but he still is. But this time he's defending against the Reaper, Matt Connard. Professor, who you like in this one?
I actually know a little bit about Matt Connor, so
Okay.
I got to go with him. He could do it.
There you go. What are you thinking, Grego?
Matt scares me. So he's like a human skinwalker, and that it makes my butthole pucker a little.
So you do feel.
So
So you do feel some emotions. You feel fear.
I do not feel fear, even though I said that. I'm a liar sometimes, and I was lying right there. Fear is not something El Grego feels.
Oh,
He gets scared a little, but not fear. Just a little scared.
fear is scared. Scared is fear.
It is not.
Same difference.
You know what? Die.
I think I almost did this week. I tell you that. I've been sick.
Good.
But I'm bouncing back. I'll be there in Mannington this Saturday. You won't, but I will.
All right, you piece of shit. That was hurtful.
Well, good. I hope you sit home and wonder about your payday and what you could have done with it.
You know what? I hope you sit home and get sick again, because fuck you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I'm hoping that now.
Okay.
In my prayers, when I open my Len Cali King James Bible, I'm I'm hoping to God that you are too sick to come to the show.
Fair enough. I'll be there though. I'll be there on commentary doing what I do, baby. I guarantee you that. Speaking of which, Trials of Ascension, we just put out our 4th episode this Saturday. We're doing great. Folks are loving it. I got some news today. It looks like Trials of Ascension is going to be just a bit more than what it is. I ain't going to reveal too much, but big things are on the way. Have you fellas been watching the Trials? What do you think?
I mean, I was sleeping through most of it, but then Len Cali came on screen and I got a little interested. But then I had to watch my boy Len Cali take a pin, and because you got into a match that you weren't even supposed to be dealing with because you couldn't shut the hell up on commentary. So,
And
you
then
piece of crap.
he went to hit my best friend with the tag team title, and I yanked it out of his hand. My best friend kicked him in his fucking face and beat him.
See, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was Len Cali's prerogative to do that. Maybe Rucker would have dodged it. So you still interfered. You piece of garbage.
Well, hey, man, I'm going to leave my mark one way or the other. I promise you that.
I'm about to leave a mark on your forehead with my balls.
You're a mark. How about that?
You're a mark.
You're a mark.
You don't say that to me.
Yeah,
You piece of shit.
I'm a mark, and
How
you're
many
a wrestler,
matches
and
you
I'm
got?
calling you a mark.
Huh?
That's how much I disrespect you and hate you.
I'm going to headbutt your balls again, boy.
Yeah, I bet you will. And
You know
cut
what?
my hair.
I like that you've been growing out your hair because I can't wait to shave you again.
You still got my hair, you weirdo?
I do. I touch myself when I hold it. You freak.
You're weird.
Yeah.
But I'm glad somebody's getting some pleasure from me. So,
Yeah, it's certainly not your wife.
Well, and you really gotta go down that road. When I just revealed on Trials this week that I
That's
can't
why
have
your
any
wife's
more
not
kids because
happy
Lane
because
Callie
you never
keeps
go
hitting me in my
down.
balls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No more little Raggedy Lou kids. Thank Christ.
All I wanted was a son. All I wanted was one boy. That's all I
Well,
wanted.
maybe if you learned how to fuck, you could get a son.
I really don't know. I really don't know.
It's a biological fact. If you get a bitch to come, you're more likely to get a boy. So you know what you'll never get, even if you had your balls? A son.
Wow. I was going to
Because
talk
El
about
Grego has 14 kids, and they're all peak male performance.
You don't
I
have
have
no
a son
kids.
competing in the Olympics in a couple years.
You don't have any children.
You don't know that.
I'd bet, though.
I'm 57. My balls have been all around this country.
Well, I'm proud of you. I really am. How about
I leave ropes, boy. Ropes.
you do? You certainly do.
They call me the non-Mexican Spider-Man in this bitch.
Who does? Who calls you
Thwip,
that?
son.
Who calls you that?
Your mother.
Wait a minute, hold it, stop.
Yes, sir.
The non-Mexican Spider-Man.
Yes,
Isn't
sir.
that the Spider-Man?
Nah, because he's a bitch. I'm out here
Okay.
swinging on areolas. You know what I'm saying?
All righty.
That's El Grego for you. He's different. He's different.
What are you doing in here naked?
I
You
didn't know
freak.
if you knew what you signed up for on this one, Professor, but yeah, El Grego is he annoys me.
The goat.
The goat.
The professor loves me. We are best friends.
Oh.
We used to ride down to North Carolina together.
Speaking of which, perfect segue. PWL's heading to North Carolina in December. You excited for that? We're taking West Virginia wrestling to the Carolinas, baby.
Well,
Also,
PWL lost all my respect, so I can't speak on this.
I have to defend PWL. There's been a lot of people kicking some shit at Anthony Rucker this week and kicking shit at PWL. I think it was a good booking decision to put him in that spot to prove himself. They have a new champion. It's a new era in PWL. Is it a coincidence that Anthony Rucker wins the title and then all of a sudden they're announcing an ASW title match for their next show between Aaron West and Jeff Paul? Is it a coincidence? I think not. I think Gary Dameron was like, damn, they got Rucker as their champion. I want in on this.
Who thought that? Nobody.
I thought that.
Rucker and no one saw Rucker and went, that's a good match. They thought, burn your boots, kid. Get out of the business.
He's had some good matches. The match with Crowley.
Against who? Against who?
The match with Callie was good on Trials this past week.
It was good till the end?
Well, that's 98% of it.
Yeah, but it's like a movie. Like, you can't, a movie is only as good as its ending.
All right, you make a valid point. Professor, who you liking in the West Virginia scene right now? Who you liking?
Well, I'm just learning about it, to be truthful. Mm-hmm. So I'm still getting my feet wet in the scene.
Just don't say El Grego. That's fine. Anybody but El Grego. I tell you.
And I was gonna say, I just recently had back surgery, so I've been trying to get myself back together. I definitely don't want to talk crap to anybody and them try to take advantage.
Yeah, because these West Virginia guys, they don't care if you're a wrestler or not. They'll just knock the snot out of you. That's what I should have learned.
Don't worry, Professor. The only time I'll break your back is in the way you like it. You know what I'm saying?
What are you doing to my guest here, man? Gee whiz.
Well, the one thing about it, I'm definitely that one hitter quitter guy. You hit me once, you'll be quitting.
Fair enough. Man, what a weird episode, but hey, that's how we do here on WrestleRoni. Like I say, there's a lot of great things coming up, not only in the wrestling scene, right here on the channel. I tell you, we got horror movie reviews coming up. We got some big stuff coming down the pike that I can't even.
Horror movies.
Horror movies. I know.
What are you getting your sister on it?
Horror films.
The only thing scary is looking at your ugly face, you piece of crap.
Where did this beef start between me and you, Grego? Like, when did you decide you hated Spooky Lou?
Well, everybody was making fun of me because I wear a mask all the time, and then they mocked me on Halloween.
I didn't.
Well, you set up the show. So, and you had them mock me because I wore a mask 365, and they were stealing my thing.
I didn't tell them to mock you.
Well, you didn't stop them, Spooky.
So
you got the repercussions.
You're referring to our world-famous Halloween special that happened last year that caused quite a bit of controversy.
I wouldn't say world famous. I would say forgettable, but yeah, sure.
You know, you showed up on that, and we had people quit the company because of that Halloween special, and I think it's your fault.
Well, I think it's your poor booking decisions, so we can agree to disagree.
Maybe one day I'll have a book, and I'll show you how shitty I can be with the book.
Well, maybe one day I will uppay you so much you can't even get me, huh? Yeah, you ever thought about that?
I don't want you.
You know you want me just like your mother, because you're a freak. You're a dirty, dirty boy, and you like when you see the prime rib of El Grego's hog sausage in my tight little shorts, you freak.
The talent we have in this area, the talent that I have to choose from, the talent that I have befriended and you think there's a spot for
Are
you.
all second class to the Grego.
And you want to talk about my Wi-Fi? You're chopping up in a pixelated mess. You're not even moving. You're going a frame a second now. Professor, what's
My
going on
roommate
in your
hasn't
neck of the
paid the
woods? What's been
Wi-Fi bill.
happening?
He lost the box. That piece of shit.
Shut the fuck up. You're an idiot.
It was on the goddamn fridge and he didn't know where it was.
What
He
was?
told them they gave it to him. That piece of shit.
What are you talking about? Your cocaine?
Oh God, you don't want my cocaine, boy. You'll be awake for stay straight with a heart on the side of fucking Kentucky.
And I'm telling Tim, you've been selling fentanyl at the shows too. What do you think about that?
Hey,
Yeah.
it's West Virginia. They can find it outside the shows too.
Well, you're
I was
making
giving
it
them clean fit, you know.
You sound like a goddamn stupid robot.
You know what? You sound like I don't even know because fuck, my eyeball's getting stabbed. Give me a minute. I can't think when I'm blind.
That's fine. Just
Fuck, this thing's hot.
you're making my COVID act up. You got me on the COVID
You're making
flare.
my fucking. You're making my hemorrhoids flare, you fucking bitch.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Don't ask me how I got them.
I hope they bleed all night all over.
Let me
your
just say he
freaking
was great.
sheets. And your do love shirt.
You got a problem with dude love?
I got a problem with the way you love dudes.
Hey! Oh, we go in there. What do you got against that, Spooky? Huh?
I got
I'm
a
an
way.
ally, brother.
That's good. I am too. I got a problem with the way you do it. You're a selfish lover.
Hey, just because I don't give head like you doesn't mean
I don't.
nothing.
I don't.
I'm a come and go. Bust and blow. Row that hoe.
We're both getting fired after this one. Sorry, Tim.
Yeah.
Our apologies. Professor, what the hell's going on in the independent scene down there in Tennessee?
Oh man, just everything. They just blowing up, trying to get their name and join the sport that we all love.
I get you. Hey, one of our pieces of shit kind of comes down there every so often. You familiar with Jeff Paul? He comes down there every so often.
Yeah.
Old Jeff. What do you think about old Jeff Paul? That's something. That's somebody the audience knows that we can discuss. What's your opinions on that guy?
I think he's pretty good. You know, a lot of times when you are so familiar with audience, you have to go into a different area and test yourself and your abilities before you come back home. And I always love that. That's what I was kind of raised upon down here in Knoxville.
I dig it. I dig it. And I'll tell you, I'll be the first to say Jeff's a hell of a worker, but he's got a terrible attitude, treats the fans like shit. Grego, we're talking about Jeff Paul now. What do you think about Jeff Paul? Get yourself some heat with him.
I think Jeff Paul treats fans perfectly, especially when they think they're part of the show.
Dude, he got in a fight with a fan just last weekend.
He didn't get in a fight. He whooped that pussy's ass.
I mean,
yeah, he did.
To be fair, let me correct myself. Jeff was jumped by a fan and then kicked their ass. So, yeah, I'll
and whooped his fucking ass.
So you're saying if you're not a trained professional wrestler, you shouldn't be a part of the show?
Yeah, Spooky, you should take notes.
Thanks. It's not been a great day.
You set yourself up for that one.
That's true. That is true. I kind of threw you the ball and let you hit that one.
Yeah, you do a lot with balls, don't you?
Yes, I do. I just gobble them up. You call me old Jimmy Gobbleballs. Well, the spooky season's upon us. I said we got some horror treats coming down the pike. Either one of you guys horror movie fans? Anything good? Seen any good horror films lately?
I am not a horror guy.
Not a horror
I,
guy. That's fine.
I just can't deal with it. My first reaction is when I get scared, I swing. So
Makes sense. What about you, Grego? You look like you cry watching some horror movies.
Can I just talk about the greatest horror movie known to man?
What's that?
It is Cat in the Hat.
Why?
See, have you ever been tripping balls and seen a giant cat man? And you tell me that's not scary? Professor knows. Me and him do acid on Saturdays together.
Do you?
That man is a whole demon, let me tell you.
You made my COVID.
I saw him climb a tree with nothing but his toes.
Well, hey man, it happens. Ain't nothing wrong with having a little bit of fun. We're all, grown adults here.
I mean, I'm 6, but like, it is what it is.
Well,
you went from 59 to 6.
Professor, you're supposed to be my boy. Quit contradicting me now.
I'm not. Oh no. Let's
trying
get
to
it
keep
right.
track.
I'm not contradicting you. You're contradicting yourself. But hey,
Professor,
I'm just
I'm
a
an
guest.
anomaly in time. I'm an Eldritch being. You know what I'm saying, dog? I've been here since the beginning. I have no age.
And I can understand that. But then with no age come no wisdom. So where are we going?
Okay, see, I feel like, I'm not bringing, you got to buy the acid from now on if you were going to be like this. I'm no longer supplying.
Yeah, you say it now.
And you talk about friends not reciprocating and not doing their half. That's a perfect segue, fellas. Recently, my former best friend returned to RSW. I think we're good. He helps me out, kicks Lane Callie's ass. I say, "Thank you, Marcus. Thank you." Go to shake his hand, and he looks at me like I'm an idiot. Hasn't spoke to me since. So, and then he cuts his promo, pretty much calling me a liar, and says that he owed me one. Now he don't owe me shit. I thought I had my friend back. I guess I don't. Any advice that y'all can give me on mending broken friendships?
Go fuck yourself. No one likes you. Die.
I'm starting to feel that
Like,
way.
I don't know what you thought. Like, oh, no, people don't want to be friends with Spooky. Yeah, the sky's blue, dipshit.
I guess I'm going
You
to.
think people want you around? Huh? You dick cheese fuck?
They only want me around to edit the videos, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I can give you some advice my father gave me.
Please do.
And well, I take that back. My father gave this to advice to all his kids.
Okay.
He said, "Son, you ain't got no damn friends. Who you count on is yourself."
Well, I'm going to count on myself. Fuck Saturday Night Special. That's what I'm going to do from here on out. I'm going to count on me, and I'm going to cause a ruckus. What are you doing, Grego? What are you doing now?
I'm not wearing pants. Give me a second. My phone's gonna die, you piece of shit.
Well, that's fine. We're coming into the tail end of the show. It's been a mess anyway. No need to correct things now.
Well,
I found student ID.
so then let me
You didn't hear
tell
that.
something that I think both y'all need to do,
Okay.
and all your fans up there need to do.
Okay.
We a website, and you can go to it. It's very simple. It's the rest. If you go there, you can vote on the independent wrestler of the week.
This better not be porn. I've been burned before.
No, it's not porn. It's nothing but great wrestling action, give you so much insight. And today we just started something amazing that all the rest, we always focus on the wrestlers for what they do in the ring, and we're appreciative of it. But hey, what about the referees? What about the managers? What about the valets? What about the commentators.
The
They need
commentators.
to be, they need love too. So
Yeah,
we
they do.
started today at having the indie personality of the week. You go and vote for someone who's not a wrestler, referee, valet, a manager, or even an announcer, and we're going to show them love each and every week.
I
So,
like that. Finally, I can get my due.
so
Oh,
definitely
finally.
go vote. So definitely go vote. And again, it's on the.
I'm gonna go vote for myself, from my kids' account, from my wife's account.
Yeah, because
Grego,
it's the only people you'd vote for is yourself.
I'm a selfish prick. You've turned me into that, Grego. Let me ask you a hypothetical. If you were to go vote on such a thing, can't be a wrestling entity. We're talking referees, valets, cameramen. I could also get it for cameraman. I do a damn good job. But Grego, who would you vote for?
What's PWL's camera lady? I think she does a great
Grace?
job, you know.
Grace? I'll give her due. You ain't gonna make me
Yeah, I feel
jealous. I
like
love
that's the
Grace.
GOAT, dog.
That's
No
fine.
one's done it better.
Well, that sounds like that's who y'all you need to go vote for. And with you voting for her, maybe she'll vote for you as the wrestler of the week.
Grace is a
More of
smart
a
lady. I
sports
don't see that
entertainer,
happening.
but you know.
Oh, that's a bad word around our neck of the woods.
Uh, Out of all the words he said, and that's the bad word.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can take any other thing, but sports entertainer, no, no,
You
no.
don't love our profession of sports entertainment?
Uh oh. Hey, this is
It's
called WrestleRoni, not Sports Entertaineroni,
it is pro wrestling.
with a
If you
capital
want to
P.
Sports
entertain,
entertainment.
if you want to
The
entertain,
great pooper even said himself.
Who?
you know what it's sounding like to me?
Uh oh.
It's sounding like I'm gonna have to take a trip to West Virginia and see somebody.
Uh oh. See what you did?
I'm,
Hey, Buckaroo, I've headbutted balls bigger than yours.
oh, buddy, you ain't seen mine.
I can.
Oh, you will. And when you wake up after after you wake up from them, you'll know
Hey,
I'm no joke.
you are not supposed to have any extremities out when people unconscious. I learned that from the Bill Cosby trial.
Lord.
Hey,
Shame on you.
hey, as long as you can send it before, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
What?
you a freak.
What a train wreck.
And also, just to let you know, I'm 6'4", 300 pounds. I'm a little, little, I got a
Look at
little
that.
something on me.
That's what you're gonna get, Grego.
I'm 7'2" and 400 pounds. They
Book it,
call
Well,
me
Jim.
then
Young Shaq in this.
Young Shaq in this.
I might bring Shaq with me. He's my neighbor.
He's neighbors with Shaq. You're in trouble. Ain't nobody seen
True.
him since he disappeared out of the ambulance in AEW.
That's true. Where he been at?
Where he been at?
He
Tell us,
was he
Professor.
was doing some good sports entertainment and then he left.
He wanted to do real wrestling.
It, what's up with everybody being all up in arms about this AEW pay per view? Oh man, I gotta say, when they put that bag around Danielson's face, I did get uncomfortable. But good. I don't feel uncomfortable enough watching wrestling. I saw the needle spot a million times because I watch plenty of deathmatch stuff. But man, when did everybody get so sissified about wrestling?
Well,
You
look,
got uncomfortable because you're a pussy.
But I still was all for it. But Professor, what's your
Dude,
thoughts?
I can't even masturbate without a bag over my head.
Well, that's
well, that the spot with Danielson has been done before.
yeah,
Terry Funk and Ric Flair
yep,
back in the 80s.
yep.
So again, here's my end all be all to it. So many people are talking about it. It's not wrestling, this, that, and the other. Well, if it's not the type of wrestling that you like, turn the damn channel. It's that simple.
Yep.
You know, it amazes me when we are lucky enough to have good wrestling, so much wrestling, in fact, You don't have to be stuck on watching one thing. You can do so much, but yet and still people want to focus on the negative. And with all that being said, that is a great segue to tell you about our wrestling app. Yes, we have a wrestling app out there for all different types of wrestlers. Even you sports entertainers, we got something for you.
They got an app, El Grego.
I thought
I'm
that would
listening.
I thought that would catch your attention. Our app uh is
The
on
hub.
Amazon, it's on Fire Stick, it's on Apple TV, and it's on Roku. We have all types of different wrestling. We got we got we got bios. We got we got wrestling movies with wrestlers in it. We got wrestling cartoons. We got documentaries. We have, which is one of my personal favorites. We have indie wrestling. We have from different parts of the U.S. and we're getting some from overseas.
Oh, yeah.
But on
Whoa.
top of that, the best part of the whole thing, it's free.
Can't beat that.
You definitely look. That app was so good it got his tongue out. That's what I'm talking about.
Now,
Tongue's out for Spooky Lou's mother.
I got you.
I eat it stinky.
That's still dead, by the way, but that's fine. Psycho Clown or whichever.
Hey, I'll put my dick in the dirt.
I got you. You're a dirty dick bastard.
Damn.
Grego, what you got coming up? We're wrapping up this
Mostly my
fiasco
dick.
of a show. How long are we looking out to be out with this injury of the stub toe, you think?
Potentially a year, they say.
Wow.
I may have to retire.
I hope you do.
I was gonna say that just wraps up perfect because in a year I'll be up and I have some training and that give me a chance to come up to West Virginia.
Oh, you're training to get in the ring. Okay.
I'm just saying. Sometimes you got to because some people don't know their place and think they can just say anything to you without some.
Are you going to do your crazy? What are you doing, dude?
What?
I think.
Sorry, I heard you talking so much. I wanted to.
Can you hang in there for just 5 more minutes before you start doing what you got to do?
Buddy, that's what your wife says constantly, but you've never done it.
Well, that's true too. I'll give you that. Oh, on occasion, I surprise her.
On occasion, you go 2 minutes.
Hey, and it's a great time for everyone. It's been an episode. I'll give you each a couple minutes to say your final piece, whatever you want to say. I don't have anything to say. I'm at a loss for words. It's been a weird one. I'll start with you, Grego, because you're the more opinionated of us all. What's on your mind? What do you want to put out there in the ether before I kick your ass off this show?
Okay, well, first order of business. You know,
Uh-huh.
I blanked. I blanked a little.
Firing blanks as usual.
I'm the one who can still have kids, pussy.
Hey, Jesus Christ. Okay, fair enough.
Maybe
Professor,
it's this mask. I'm not getting too much oxygen.
well, don't reveal your secret identity. Oh, okay, you got another mask on.
What are you talking about? This is my face.
Professor, I'll let you put anything out there, but before that, you know what? We got fan questions too we need to get to. But what do you think about this experience so far on WrestleRoni? Was it everything you expected and hoped for?
Of course, and then some.
Well, we do have some fan questions, so let's get to those before we wrap it up because I know some folks wrote in for the great El Grego, and I got to cater to the fans if I do anybody, so let's see what we got here. Losing my damn voice because of this idiot. All right, let's see what we got. DD Vice writes in, Why does El Grego keep ducking DD Vice? That is a very good question. I want your answer.
I've never ducked a thing in my life. The only thing I've ever ducked is a game of limbo because I don't lose, baby.
Your duck hunt.
You're ducking.
Papaw Wrestling wrote in, not a question, just a comment. El Grego borrowed my car 6 months ago. Saw him driving it last week. He put spinners on it and won't give it back. Are you going to give back Papaw Wrestling his car? What's going on?
Look here. I've always been under the assumption of it's like a wrestling move. Whoever does it better should keep it. Well, baby, I run these streets. I drive better than he ever has. So it's my car.
You don't run shit. Tyler Jacks writes in, can El Grego give me back my alternator belt? This is the 4th time it's happened. You stole his alternator belt.
Well, shit went wrong with Dakota's car. So I don't know what.
Got you. That makes sense.
Gotta fix it somehow. And that motherfucker can't keep a car.
Okay. I'll give you that one. The great Anthony Rucker, double champion, mind you, PWL World Heavyweight Champion, RSW Tag Team Champion, has written in. How is El Grego? Last time I saw him, I may have went overboard. He kicked your ass. What do you have to say about it?
Look, you can say what you want about El Grego, but I said I was going to pull up on Anthony Rucker, and I showed up at his front door. Did I not?
You did.
Did I not?
In the middle of my podcast. You were on that one too. But then he kicked your
Well,
ass.
motherfucker, you fucking put out 46 of these a day.
I put out one a week.
People got lives, dog. I got to pull up some hoes. I'm pimping and I'm jumping.
Last but not least, referee Iron Ref himself, James Knight, writes in, has El Grego ever had his mask slapped sideways? I know the answer. I believe it was on Saturday Night Shoot Masters episode 4 that I saw it happen, but do you remember El Grego?
This has never happened. It is fake news. It has been brought to you by the liberal media. Some Kamala Harris stans have doctored this video evidence. It is not real. It's AI art. It's a piece of shit lie.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
Okay.
It's fake. Fake news, dog.
Fake news, dog. Fair enough.
With the woke liberal media wants you to think this has happened.
Listen, you can talk about fucking my mother and all the things.
She's a bad bitch, let me tell you.
Here.
You should see it. She can spin on it, bro. Spin. She's like a Beyblade when I'm hitting it.
A Beyblade. I'm done. I'm over
Buddy,
it.
I call her the Tasmanian. Mostly because she looks like Taz, but she be spinning, dog.
Beat me if you can. Survive if I let you. Hey, I got
she tells me that every time she eats my ass.
Using now. You want them? Professor, any final words before I let you get back to your normal life?
Just want to thank you for having me on the show. Thank the fans, and hopefully you will go and try our wrestling app. Again, it is free, and I guarantee you will find something on there that you will like. And we are adding new material almost every week. So I think you'll enjoy it. And please, please, please go to our website, and make sure you vote for your favorite indie wrestler and your favorite indie personality. Is so important. We should give love back to the people who sacrifice and do the things that we love to make our sport what it is. So please give them a vote, give them a shout out, let them know they are appreciated.
Couldn't agree more. Go out there and support independent wrestling. Support the unsung heroes. Don't support pieces of trash like El Grego. Even though he does have some guns, I'll give him that.
Yeah, boy.
El Grego, you got any final words, you piece of shit?
Well, what I really want to say, I was specifically told not to say, but I'll hold it in. Mostly, this is what I think of you. And
real classy.
And goodbye.
Real classy. It's been another weird one, folks. I promise you we'll get back on track eventually. You gotta, growing pains, that's what we'll call it. In the meantime, go out there and live your dreams. Treat each other with kindness and respect. Do not be an El Grego. But at the same time, don't take no shit. Don't take no shit from nobody. Not even El Grego. If you see him, stomp on his toe. That's all I got. Stay tuned. Plenty of big things coming down the pike. We got more episodes of Trials of Ascension. More coming up from RSW, PWL, all the finest in the area. It's spooky season, bitches. Wait till you see how we do. I love y'all. We're out of here.